Since retiring from the public eye, I have resigned myself to a life of solitude. For 2 years, I started my day watching supermarkets sweep. Days, then weeks, blurred into one long, sorry afternoon chat show. The next thing I know, some government goons show up at my house. Seems they've caught a whiff of old Mr. Sunshine himself, Raz. He's back in the media dimension, and they think I'm crazy enough to go back in after him. So they whisk me away to Interrogation 101. They play rough. Start giving me the business. I give a little back. So we negotiate a little something to cover my expenses. They throw in one of those secret agent suits, and I tell them we've got a deal. Looks like I'm heading back into the media dimension. There's going to be deja, ouch, all over again. Nice try, big boy.
And on that note, hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. This is a format I'm trialling that I'm tentatively calling deadstreaming. We'll see how it works out. And in this present moment, there are people with me. That may not always be the case. So if you want to say hi, you're more than welcome to. I don't care, I'm not your mother.
Hi, I'm Europe Scalloway.
And I'm Flower Alex.
Hey, we finally got an answer as to what the hell you call yourself.
Is it time to enter this gecko?
Don't threaten me with a good time, sir. I'm just saying. Oh, I mean, come on, it's not he doesn't qualify as a weird fictional crush, he's just a fictional crush. I mean, look at him. Voiced by the late, great Sir Leslie Phillips. This is actually the only thing I know Sir Leslie Phillips for, apart from dying. Respectfully. But, yeah. Gex.
And only in this game as well.
Yeah, that very much leads into the other thing I was going to say, where, voiced by Dana Gould. The American Dana, not the Irish one, and definitely not the international one. And that was in all versions for the American games, and just the first game in Europe. Second game, which is this one, voiced by Leslie Phillips, and then the third game, we switch over to Danny John Jules, which, I mean, it works, it just seems a bit strange to go from American guy to, ooh, matron to cool dude, but, you know, which move?
Have some of that.
I will have some of that, actually. So, this is intended to be a very just casual format where I just play a game, instead of getting too up myself vis-a-vis the Let's Play format. Also, quips.
Ding dong.
In this case, just ding dong. I believe that, ding dong was just a random catchphrase that Leslie Phillips had for himself. Because they definitely, like, there are some differences in the script between the American dub of this game and the canon, I mean European dub. And I feel like that might be one of them. Just give it to Leslie and let him have his catchphrase and he'll have a fantastic time. I know there's definitely stuff in the third game that,
Shaken, not stirred.
Dana Dildo Ding Dong says. I'm not saying that out of disrespect. I'm just coming up with names on the fly. Can you tell I'm out of practice with just casual commentary? There's stuff that he says that Danny John Jules doesn't, so...
Charge it to my account.
Anyway, so I had originally, as the two unfortunate souls with me can confirm, I had planned on playing the, well, it's not a remake, and it's not a remaster, the re-release on Steam.
Yeah, it unfortunately turned out to be a bit pants.
Yeah, literally.
You mean I'm not 99.9% clean?
And I think I'll splice in approximately here why that was a bad idea. No autosave feature, must save manually. Save these nuts. It's tail time.
Oh.
Now, don't worry, if this looks and sounds crusty through, you know, if what you're seeing is crusty, don't worry, I'm seeing crust as well. As previously stated, this is not a remake. Oh, good lord, this is unwatchable. I will do something with the, with the opening sequence in my own time, but like, there is crust here. Make no mistake. This is an official release.
Bread with the crust.
Yum.
100% crust. But like, do not adjust your set. It really is this crunchy. £25 for this. It's not good. I love the game. And genuinely, like, if buying this puts money towards there being an actual Gex 4, then I'm happy to have that be in the coffers. But like, good grief. We will have to see just how terrible this gets.
And you're sure there's nothing like that can help in the options?
Oh no, this is a known issue. Oh, chunky. Like, wow, yeah, there is no anything here.
Full crust bread with chunky peanut butter.
So yeah, that was, well, I would say all crust, no bread, but I think Alex already made that joke on the test recording that ended up, like, £25 for that!
Yeah.
Which begs the question, how am I playing it now? Don't worry about it. I mean, I say that in jest. I do actually own the games legitimately, which I even did before buying the re-release, but just, as I said in the failed recording, I'm not too cut up about having spent money on the re-release, if that means showing the powers that be that interest still exists. Good.
Are you after the old sandwich in my...
Interest still exists for this franchise. I want there to be a Gex 4, and I want it to be good.
Yeah. I think that makes two of us. At least. I can't speak for the other person present.
I have no prior
Pay no mind to
experience.
Marge Simpson there.
I have no prior experience with the Gex series, so this is my first experience
A
with
slip of the tongue.
this. So S is popping the Gex cherry for me. Yay, that was a sentence I sure did say.
Well, I mean, I was fully expecting me to be the one to break open the can of thirst, so, thanks for doing my job. So,
You're welcome.
that does lead me nicely into explaining the game as a whole. It's a 3D platformer, as you can kind of tell. I don't know why it's only giving me Large Simpson in the hard head area there. Like, there's so much to explain and so little time to do it. On this checkerboard floor, stuff falls. It's a hazard, it's an obstacle. There's the kitchen sink.
Things fall from above.
Yes, grass grows from below. This is love. I'm glad we all remember Grease 2017, except for the Canadian who has a patent-pending degree in not giving a shit. But yes, it's a 3D platformer collectathon situation. Similar to Mario 64.
Which is a change from the first game, which was a 2D platformer. Yeah, originally for 3DO, I want to say?
Yep, 3DO, Sega Saturn, and I think PS1. And I've never actually played the first
I
one.
feel like I'm in Boy George's pants.
Pictured here, Boy George's pants. So,
Have some of that.
primary collectibles. We have red remotes, which are your power stars of the game. Silver remotes, which are not. And then gold remotes, which we will see later. Silver remotes, in pretty much every level, there is one that is hidden, and a second one that's kind of your equivalent to the, like, Super Mario 64 100 coin star. Except it's not 100, it's, 120?
Basically, you collect so many of one type of collectible, then you collect so many of a second type of collectible, and then once you collect so many of a third type of collectible, then you get the remote.
Yeah, so 30 of the first type, 40 of the second type, 50 of the third. So, in the moment, it feels so much more reasonable to be like, oh, 100 coins when I only have to get 30 and then 40 and then 50, that's 120.
Don't step on any brown, mushy rock.
Yeah, and I believe after you get the remote for 50 of the third type, any more of 50 of the third type will get you an extra life.
Yeah, it's not like one for like you don't get like one extra life per thing that you collect.
Slip of the tongue.
There's not no reason to keep collecting them, but it's still a bit tedious. But luckily, I played through the remaster on my own time just to be like hey Tess, prepare yourself, you will need to know how to play this game semi-decently for an audience. I ran around that, but go off, game. So,
wonderful timing.
Twice? So, as you can see there, that TV is, well, TVs are the ways in and out of worlds. And I haven't tested this extensively, but based on anecdotal memories,
I feel sick.
So, the mission that I'm, like, you don't have to do the mission that you select. It just gives you, like, similar to Mario 64. You know, you can say, I'm going to watch for rolling rocks, and still end up in,
Did I do that?
the land of the damned. I don't remember Hazy Maze Cave that well. You're left to go freely as you may. But if I were to, for example, go further through this level and get the red remote at the end of this path, it doesn't save that I've collected all of the purple mushrooms. I would have to redo that on subsequent visits. So I will be going back to collect that one in just a moment, but I'm going to get the silver remote for collecting things first, because that's just the kind of guy I am.
I'm fabulous.
I think we kind of glossed over a costume change for Gex, now walking the pink bunny suit.
Banui! Brackets lizard. What is it with people of a certain persuasion, such as myself, who are incapable of identifying animals correctly? I mean, I say that, I will, with the permission of certain lesbian friends of mine, include a screenshot from a different server that I'm in, where there's like an entire host of channels that are all dedicated to animal pictures, and they're all named just beautifully incorrectly. We can't do it.
Just getting my kicks.
Anyway, I swear, this was meant to be just informal, and yet this is, like, good. The most info-dumpy I have ever been about a game in my life ever. So, red remotes are the main things you need for progress. Silver remotes open, like, bonus side stuff. And gold remotes are the result of the bonus side stuff. I believe there are 14 asterisk altogether gold remotes, in that there are 13 you can actually keep. The 14th one is for beating the final boss. You get gold remotes for beating bosses and also for doing bonus levels that open with silver remotes. And red remotes are the gates to progress. I think I said that already.
Darling, sweetie.
Also, you can collect silver remotes and still continue with the level, but once you collect a red remote, you then have to exit the level.
This is correct and accurate, and I fear I'm being upstaged by a Canadian. Now you're making my job easier. Go, team. I will stand in the corner and destroy the carpet like team. Ooh. I got a fresh memory card specifically for this.
Woohoo!
So that's what the save screen looks like. Okay, the other thing, just on the subject of levels. You can press the select button and, like, flick through your game stats. I'm not going to, because this, like, summary screen just has every level listed just by default. You can spoil yourself on what later levels are just by scrolling through the menus from the off. So, that's a fun time, I would say. But, so the whole theme is media and television and stuff, and so this level, as you can see, sort of has two designations. It's Toon TV, but the level itself is called Out of Toon. Terrible pun, we love to see it. On the other side, we have the other level 1, I guess. I mean, based on its position in the summary screen, it's technically level 2. From Scream TV, Smellraiser. Terrible pun. So, the quote-unquote channel dictates, like, the theme of the level. There is going to be another Toon TV level later down the line, and, well, in the PS1 version, several other Scream TV levels. So, it's like...
Go into the light.
It's like if there was a Bob on Battlefield, and then a Bob on Battlefield 2, this time there's Percy. Like halfway through Mario 64. Who's Percy? Shut the fuck up.
A train.
Beep beep.
Percy's one of the engines in Thomas the Tank Engine, right?
I feel like I'm in Boy George's.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say one of the tank engines in Tomodachi Life, when you could just say something that is correct, which you did.
I am normal,
Yeah,
you man.
You're the control group here.
What is the bunny?
Pay no mind to that. So yeah, every world theme
This is no time
plays
for
with like
cartoon
tropes and such. Oh, okay, also, that TV is just now permanently on. If you see a TV that is black but does not have a red remote in front of it, you can't use it to exit the level. If it has like that going on, then you can, and if it's got a red remote, then that is how you turn it on. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, but that's okay. I needed some blah and ramble to cover up the tedium of collecting 120 things.
Rabbit season!
Duck season!
Rabbit season!
Wabbit season!
Duck season!
Fire!
Ooh!
You've seen movies. To demonstrate, as I'm saying, like, it does nothing, the TV is dead. It's like chains on a dead camel.
No Bengus.
No Bengus whatsoever.
The oven is brown, the TV is dead.
We live in a bingless society. So let's talk about mini TVs. Green ones are health, but because Gex the Gecko, they exist in the form of flies. And if you eat a green fly, it will restore 1 paw print of health up to a maximum of 4.
Obi-Wan has taught you well.
If you get a purple one, that'll give you an extra life. There are also red and blue ones, which give you fire and ice powers, respectively.
And I don't believe you have to eat the flies immediately.
Yeah, that being good. That being exactly what I was about to get onto. You can just leave the fly buzzing around you, it will do so indefinitely. And regardless of its type, whether it's a green health fly or a purple life fly or one of the elemental flies, it will just act as a 5th hit point. Now, you can't just amass an entire Beelzebubic swarm of flies for extra hit points, you are limited to just the one. But, you know, the theory is there.
Thank you for answering my very immediate and very dumb question.
Go figure that comparing
What's up, Doc?
a harem of flies to flirting with Beelzebub will be what it takes to get you to understand the diet of a gecko dressed in a fursuit.
Well, it wouldn't be the first game I've played to where you get to flirt with Beelzebub.
It wouldn't be my first rodeo either, and yet we're thinking of 2 completely different franchises.
It would be mine, I
Stunt Gecko.
suppose.
Well, welcome to the tea party. You want to be my VIP? You didn't RSVP? That's okay, that's okay.
Yay, references.
This is no time for cartoon jokers.
Now, I believe... the way I remember it, you have to jump onto the green buttons to activate the TVs, but in my experience, at least playing the remaster, quote-unquote, you can just step onto them as long as the TV is active. I think maybe on the N64 version, you have to jump on them, I don't know.
Hello.
There are differences in the N64 version. I feel like Gex is a lot chattier, but he has far fewer voice lines, because I do own the N64 version as well, and I will be showing the differences. When playtesting the N64 version, I remember hearing a lot of wham bam, thank you, electronic man.
Hello, ladies.
So, I believe the PS1 version is considered to be the canonical best version of both 2 and 3, which we'll get to 3 when we get to 3. But the 3DO is considered to be the superior version of the original.
Not all, folks.
Yeah, and I believe the PS1 version is the version that is included in the remastered collection.
To the slight celebration and somewhat chagrin of the online community, because people wanted the 3DO version for the first game. I don't know offhand what differences there are, but certainly... Actually, I don't know what the differences are between the PS1 and N64 versions of the third game, for that matter, but in the N64 version of this very game, several levels are just completely gone. But they did add one in that isn't in the PS1 version. So...
Who is
Based
TY?
on Titanic, I believe.
That is correct.
Because I saw a tree stump thingy that said Gex plus TY. Who is TY?
A Tasmanian tiger?
Oh! Wait, that was...
What? Did you flunk out of nasty camp?
I'd like to imagine that that was Gex's response to that. Was that... I feel like the timeline doesn't match up.
No, I don't think so.
Wasn't Ty PS2?
Yeah, Ty was sort of PS2 era.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
what if it's TY beanies?
Pimp strutting.
Featuring the baby chain logo. Or, well, the old baby chain logo.
You know, the old Baby Chain logo.
Baby chain.
Baby chain.
Baby Chain.
Baby chain. I feel like if you stand on this, then you get got by a train that doesn't exist. I could be dreaming.
Hmm.
There is no train.
There is no news.
Cactus with an attitude. I pissed a cactus out my dick. What were they thinking? Yeah, we've seen television. This looks like it should be a door, and in my mind it leads to the other side of the big door in Rusty Bucket Bay in Banjo-Kazooie. Which obviously makes no sense whatsoever. I do not take constructive criticism on my unfettered thoughts.
It kind of looks like that sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Alcove, where one would wall jump in some games.
But alas, Gex cannot wall jump. He can tail whip, he can lick, he can boing. And I tried to do it there, but failed spectacularly. He could do a sort of a long jump that doubles as a karate kick, and it feels like, based on my playtesting, the karate kick definitely does damage to enemies, which I've already demonstrated. But I feel like it doesn't in the N64 version. I could be just smoking absolute dick in so saying, but I feel like it doesn't do damage to enemies. Am I understood in any capacity?
Stitch that.
No.
Try that again in English, please.
No! Go find my house!
Said to
Hey.
somebody that actually knows where his house is.
And for those keeping track... Oh yeah, first boss, you need 3 red remotes to open it. And we have 3 red remotes.
Gilligex Isle.
I didn't get the reference as a child, and I only mostly still don't. I'm going to ignore the first boss for now.
It's because we don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
we don't have Gilligan's
what-
Island in the UK.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is Gilligan's Island even a thing in the UK?
No.
No.
At least not to my knowledge. Okay,
We might have a similar program, but probably not called that. Carry on.
I have slight beef with Smellraiser specifically, because 2 of these missions involve running through the entire level, and then the last one just spoils where the hidden remote is. But I'm kind of okay with that, because this specific mission is obtuse as fish. The fish.
Ravishing.
Yeah, you are, Gex, but now's not the time for your narcissism. So, I'm going to ignore the collectibles on this run just specifically so that I can, like, you can definitely get the collect 120 things silver remote if you're going for this mission, but I'm going to not. Like, this is a little bit just personal catharsis, also, table. Whee! Personal catharsis, because this mission stumped the bejeembus out of me as a child, and if you know how to do it, then you will find out
Put
why.
'em up, big boy.
Also, I have a fiery fly. I think, and I couldn't swear to it, but I'm fairly sure that when you're powered up with fire or ice, you are invincible for as long, because it is only a temporary thing.
Have we met Mr. Dunn?
Oh,
I think I'm having flush.
but yeah, you have the Knight's Paraloop ability, but with fire. It looks like only fire lives here now.
I don't remember that. Then again, I only played the N64 version a very long time ago, and that may not have been a thing in the N64 version.
Well, we will test that when we test that. Anyway, this bookshelf here, bane of my childhood. You could go past it, there's a switch, you hit the switch, this happens. There's a room somewhere with the La Gioconda, she's in Parigi, who cares, and a sign that says off, and as a child I'm like, how I make off be on?
Indeed.
And that is the eponymous haunted elevator. Anyway, there was a sign that says step into the light, also checkpoints look like this. We've seen one already. Whatever. Anyway, so these guys, they're green and harmless, but only when you're in the light. Also, you can kind of give them a bit of a smacky bomb bomb, and it makes them go away for a little while. But yeah, when you're out of the light, they're purple and rageful and will chase you, but only within a certain radius. These guys spit fire. It's an unhappy time for those involved, but you can just sort of murder them. Oh hey, I accidentally 30. Which will be me in like a year and a week's time.
Oh, the passage of time.
The toilet.
The toilet.
The toilet.
The toilet.
The toilet.
I feel like I already pointed this out, but yeah. When I'm not getting all stuffy and up my own backside about being like the absolute proper everything must go flawlessly or I'll have a depressive episode about recording quality, this is genuinely what our casual playing sessions are like. I really am, like, I dare say at least one of us, possibly two of me, are toning it down. But this is generally the vibes, and that's why I wanted to have just this casual session. Anyway, this room is now on, so this happens?
Oh, it does the thing like the Haunted Mansion in Disney World.
Disney ripped off Gex the Gecko. What were they thinking?
I think the Haunted Mansion came before the video game somehow. I will look this up later.
As spoiled for us, secret remote.
Which results in extend.
Widen. I remember Anodyne. Now, you may be seeing a small number of performance issues in the gameplay footage. That is not a patch on the performance issues in the 2025 re-release that costs as many pounds minus 2,000. Just saying. I'll take the occasional stutter from a scuffed disc over a loaf of toast.
An entire loaf of toast.
Yes. Like, if you leave bread in the oven for too long, why doesn't it become a loaf of toast? Oh hey, first bonus level for, I guess that's 3 silver remotes. Aztec 2-step, my first encounter with a Paso Doble. But before we get to that...
Darling.
I think later in the story, I will at least vary up where I go a little bit, but it's early game. We have 2, well, I mean, I could just do the first boss and open up Flahadgery a bit sooner, but no, this is how I would be playing the game on my own time.
Oh, I see.
Like, hi YouTube, you are kind of an afterthought in this conversation, but we'll welcome you to the party anyway. No haunting before 10 PM. It is 9:50.
At time of recording.
Yes.
In the UK.
We don't play by the rules.
Phone call for Scatman Crothers.
I do. I'm a good boy.
Sure you are, Tess. Sure you are.
Ooh.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
What if I sleep during the day? I have been known to use my lunch break at work to just casually take a nap, but only when I'm working from home. I have a colleague who, like, where I work, like, it is like hybrid remote, so we can be in the office, we can be at home, it's whatever. There's one guy in my office who chooses to be in the office every day of the week when he could do not that, and sometimes he does just take a snooze at his desk. Audibly.
like full-on snoring and shit?
Yes. And while he does sit in, like, the very corner of the office, I mean, I sit, like, diagonally adjacent, so, like, I'm almost in the corner, but, like, near the door, which I didn't get to choose that. It just conveniently positioned me such that when it's time for me to go home, I can just be, like, blink and I'm gone. But
That's in the corner.
if that's me in a cockfight, losing to a pigeon.
I love antique.
Really? No bless yous for Giacomo?
All for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco.
How long until Glen Coco Chanel is an answer on Wheel of Fortune?
Next question.
I mean, do you really want me to bring
Nice
back the
one.
question I had the other day about spiders?
Does
Oh,
a spider have puss?
No! Oh yeah, once you've selected your save file, you can just... I forgot about this. It'll just save directly to the save file that you nominate after your first time saving. Hi, this was the tutorial on saving. Anyway, 5 blood coolers. This mission only comes up once if you're playing on the N64, but we're not playing on the N64. And also, they call back to this in the 3rd game, and I think it's cute.
Now, who would live in a room like this?
Up, through the keyhole mention.
Through the keyhole. I don't think you could get away with a show like that nowadays.
Yeah. But I do also appreciate, like, that's something I meant to mention, like, half an hour ago. The opening narration, which, first of all, are lizards known for farting? Because, like, this game does have, like, a non-zero amount of fart humor. There's, like, 2 lines, and we've already seen one of them. But then, like, that, and also Yooka-Laylee has an entire ability built around forming a bubble out of farting, which... I know I'm, like, 10 years late to talking about that on this channel, but, like, do lizards fart? Is that just a known thing?
I'm gonna Google this. Be right back.
Oh, okay. Lozzie is known for Googling questionable things. That's how she learned about, soaking. Anyway...
I'm known for Googling questionable things that Tess and sometimes Alex bring up in these conversations. Okay? Okay, just so we're clear. Yes, they can fart.
But is it? Are they stereotypically known for it? Like, is this like Estonia, where they're trying to invent stereotypes about themselves? I say that respectfully and affectionately, but like, Estonia, I love you. You bring interesting things to Eurovision, but there are not as many stereotypes about you as a country as Hasty Lowell seems to suggest. Oh, here's a fun thing. So, you'd think that each collectible just turns into the next version of itself as you progress through the level, but there are actually minute, different layouts of each item throughout levels. Like there was...
Now, who would live in a room like
I want to
this?
say there's like an arch of skulls here, but they're not there when it's tombstones, or like basically you saw a bunch of collectibles disappear when I transitioned from skulls to tombstones. There are, but in that regard, 2 types of minor collectible flag.
This is marvelous. Got to go.
One of which being it is just a collectible and it will change, like, from Tier 1 to Tier 2 to Tier 3, so in this case, Skull to Tombstone to Secret Third thing we've not seen yet. And then there are some that are, this will only spawn if it is a Tier 1 collectible, or Tier 2, or 3, or... basically having a very similar zoning system to the metro system of the city where I live.
In answer to your question that you brought up, what feels like 2 hours ago at this point.
This is for all the angels.
I feel like the whole lizards being known for farting thing, I feel like that's just like a trend of the 90s, because I feel like a lot of toilet humor was back then.
Yeah, that was the time of gross out humor.
Yeah. So it's probably more of a sign of that, more so than lizards are known for farting.
Also, you can peek into the holes and they'll scream at you. Just like in the real world.
I worry about you sometimes, Tess.
Well, I mean, usually it's the other way around. Holes make me scream. And we're not unpacking that one.
Step into the
night,
light.
everyone.
Guess who needs Jesus?
At least 2 people in this call.
Wow, 6 self-burn.
Oh, wow!
Oh, also, when you hit a checkpoint, Gex just forcibly eats any flies around him. Between 0 and 1 of the ones that there are. So, if you're playing along, be advised. There's another scream hole I can stick my face into. Now, I don't remember if I brought this up when I was playing the first Sly game, but Gex and Sly is kind of my rare pair, OTP. I cannot make it make sense, it just works. Everyone else on the internet ships Gex with Bubsy, and I see it for them.
I'm yours.
They are both irritating little shits, brackets affectionate, but the schnoofer!
What could possibly go wrong?
Bubsy 3D.
There's an idea, sort of detaching the
Hey, the ad said Beverly Hills adjacent.
characters from their voice actors. Any combination of Diana, Ding Dong Gould, mischievous blood cooler hiding outside of the camera, Leslie Phillips, or Danny John Jules being shipped with Lanny Minella? The cat from Red Dwarf being shipped with Rouge the Bat? What's his face from probably Faulty Towers or maybe a Carry On film or two being shipped with Omo Chow? Or perhaps... Oh my god, what was her name? Wait, no, hold on. Smephany. I was gonna call her Pubertina.
Pubertina.
Judo chop.
Surprisingly, not the worst I've ever done. In one of these sessions, I forgot what Mariah Carey was called, and I called her Agatha Christmas.
True story.
Be not fooled, dear subscribers, if you're even still fucking subscribed at this point. When I'm not on the ball, I can be dumb as a treat. Oh, and if it hasn't made itself apparent already, I don't plan on doing, like,
Tempt me.
formal intros and outros. I'm just gonna play until I stop playing and I'll cut it up in post. Hence why I call this a dead stream. I'm live streaming it to my friends, but it's still a recording. Because I'm clever like that, innit?
Sure.
These guys, you hit them once and their head detaches from their body, the body still lives, you to kill a head to kill a body.
Taste my tail.
But you get rewarded handsomely for it. With, well, I could say, I could be topical and say, ah yes, Jason Momoa's ice cream mask. And it'll get a little bit more wrong every time I say it.
What smells like sauce?
Jason Momoa's ice cream mask?
There are only 2 words that are incorrect in that statement. Voorhees and hockey.
I don't even know what the original context is meant to be. You're just saying random things now, Tess.
I do that a lot. What I'm getting at is, I could say that and indicate that I get the reference, because even though I have a degree in media production, I don't actually know dick about popular movies. But what I'm getting at is, you could instead be like, ah, it's a low-poly, ahead-of-its-time rendering of the Wushu helmet from Shaolin Showdown, which was my jam back in the day.
Or maybe it's the terror mask from Splatterhouse.
Maybe it's the mustard on my teeth.
English or French?
Peut-être c'est le mustard sur mes dents? I don't know what the French for mustard is. I am deliberately misinterpreting what you were saying.
Neither do I.
This place is bigger than Oliver Reed's bar tab.
Also, I don't know who Oliver Reed is, but I'm guessing that was a sick burn. Anyway.
Are you wanting me to Google Oliver Reed?
Ding dong.
I'm guessing it's spelled R-E-I-D, but that's a guess on my part.
Double ED.
Oh! Well, what is he reading? Anyway, that's We've effectively 100%ed World 1, except we haven't, and we haven't. The reason why I say this is we've got all the red remotes and all the silver remotes from the first 2 levels. We've not really done the first boss, so we can't say we've completed World 1. Also, there's a bonus level, and there's a second bonus level that's not spawned in yet. And here's the big talking point of the PS1 version, as well as the other thing I already mentioned. So, I think I went up here earlier, but to actually articulate it. So, at 4, 8, and 12 out of 13 actually keepable golden remotes, a bonus level will appear here. Well, bonus. They work differently from the bonus levels that scream the word bonus in your face. Like, these are... 2 of them have 1 red remote, and the third one has 2 red remotes. And in the N64 version, all 3 of them don't exist. There is instead a completely original 3 red remote, and I'm assuming 2 silver remote level that's here instead. We will see that in another episode. But, also, the fire hurts, but it also doesn't. You don't take damage in the overworld, but... Anyway,
Ravishing.
as I said, it just screams bonus in your face. Bonus.
Anyway, Indiana Jones time.
Tempt me, darling.
Ah, you remembered! Either that or you're watching the game ahead of where I actually am you're seeing the stream from the future. Stop me. This is far from the worst thing I've ever said, but this is going nowhere. Like, this isn't just a nothing burger, this is like nothing burger, none fries, no pizza, left beef, and a taco that is just, like, not even a shell, it's just, like, the wrapper that says, "You had me at Taco Bell," but there's nothing inside it. I really love quesadillas. This has nothing to do with anything, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Like, I was saying to Loza the other day, like, if I had to rank my, like, countries of the world based on how much I like the insert demonym here cuisine of them, I feel like Mexico would come first, and like, okay, I hear ya. Taco Bell isn't authentic Mexican. Yeah, I know. It was my gateway drug into actual authentic Mexican food. Mexican food slaps the tits clean off my body, call it top surgery. And then, I guess, second place, India, third place, Italy? So that's my personal Eurovision top 3, but with food.
And 2 of those aren't even in Europe.
Give it time. No, they're not in Eurovision. They're not in Europe. Give it time.
Well, I mean,
This
I'd
is better
happily-
than marvelous next
I'd
You
happily
better to
welcome
rate it than
Eurovision.
the Hungry Boy.
Yeah. Okay, so again, for the uninitiated, the running joke is I am the one who eats, said Tess, eating.
He is the one who noms.
Everyone sang and danced and ate, except for Tess. Tess just ate.
So, you know, just in case you thought I was whistling Dixie with my frivolous self-burn edits in
This
my
is no time for cartoon jokes.
actually planned videos, no, I really am just like that.
Hit the remote.
And I love how you get the best of both worlds, where the timer stops for some of the cutscene, but not all of it, so, the only real approach is to get good.
Meanwhile, this kind of looks like a section from Bart's Nightmare.
Did we play... Oh wait, no, I was gonna say, did we play different Bart's Nightmares, but no, I know what you mean. It's just for...
Yeah.
Like, the first place my brain goes is the water slide, and then the second is the pig factory, and that might not even be Bart's Nightmare. Right? There were 2 very similar Simpsons games, and that was one of them.
Hmm.
Is that the one with the wheel? You know, the wheel? The wheel.
Well, I don't really know Simpsons games that well.
Neither do I.
Me either.
Anyway, I've not been going this way, but, thank you, Tutorial Chan, I did not invite you. So, this silver gate will open when we beat the first boss, that feels fairly obvious, but also...
You cannot get past the Tiki Brothers.
Yeah, if you flirt with the gates, then sometimes Rez will just descend from on high to talk smack. Shrug.
Like Professor Oak telling you now is not the time to ride your bike indoors.
Oh, and also, this game came out in, like, late 90s, early 2000s, PS1 era.
1998, I googled it ahead of time.
Yeah, so this isn't exactly the most
Gecko stew, anyone?
most sensitive depiction of, this sort of thing. This is not an endorsement of reductive depictions of cultures. And the remaster actually has, like, a... Yeah. It has, like, a disclaimer at the start of the remaster saying, "Ooh, it might be a bit offensive, but that's just because we want it to be authentic," like, to the original game. And, like... Yeah, okay.
I mean, I don't think I ever saw anyone complaining online about Papu Papu.
Who?
In Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
I mean, it is still an offensive and reductive stereotype, and it would be remiss of us not to acknowledge that. Like, there is a lot more to... See, it's gonna seem like I'm under-educated if I say Polynesian cultures, because this isn't necessarily Polynesia. Like, I don't know if it's specifically going for, like, good, like, Hawaii, or, the various Pacific Islands, Polynesia specifically. I press it to jump, but whatever, I don't care. Like, various island cultures. It's... I forget where I'm going with this train of thought. I imagine that when they put this into the game, their intention was not to be like, wow, we're white and we're clowning on people who aren't. It's more of a... What their intention was to riff on themes from popular culture, such as the exploitation, or what have you, of the likes of Gilligan's Isle, and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, that gets immediately lost in translation when the source material dies and all that's left is this planning on it, so... Kind of death of the author. If it looks offensive at a glance, then it's kind of on the player to determine if it is or not, and if you find it offensive, then you are within your rights to do so. Because, like, it doesn't gel with today's sensibilities is what I'm getting at. We need 9 red remotes to fight the next boss.